Welcome back. This might surprise you. Did you know that 4 out of every 5 car seats are either installed correctly or they're being used wrong?
Yeah, Amy and I are both moms with 5 kids between us. So we had a little competition to see who could install a car seat the fastest and the safest. Take a look and see who won. Okay.
All right, so
Who won?
Yeah, I know, because it's so Kendall, who won in that? And you're good right there. We'll get you a box. We got some shorties over here.
Okay, so when it comes to time, Amy finished 14 seconds faster at 2:34, and I finished at 2:48. But can I just say something really quickly before we get to Lisa Delgado, our guest? Thank you for joining us from Texas Children's. I couldn't find the little hook thingies in her car. If I had known Kendall, our producer's car, had the hook thingies where they were.
Because usually when you're putting in your car seat, you're dealing with a car seat you're familiar with and a car that you're familiar with. So
so when we're going to find out who installed it.
It's okay if you laugh at me. So I was the fastest. So Lisa Delgado, you are our judge. She's a health education specialist with Texas Children's Hospital. So this is what you do all the time, is helping people, helping parents, caregivers understand and install car seats correctly.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we do?
So the winner is Sophia.
With the extra 14 seconds, apparently made all the difference.
So there were a few errors that I noticed. So yours took a lot longer because you couldn't find the anchors in the vehicle. But remember, when you install a car seat, you don't necessarily have to install it with lower anchors. You can install it with the lap and shoulder belt. One is not safer than the other.
Okay.
So you had a really nice, tight, secure installation. Once you found those anchors, you got them hooked on. But with your installation, the reclined foot was in the forward position. It should have been back. You did both lower anchors and seat belts.
So this is what I said. And you know, Lisa, I did that with all my children too, because I'm like, well, the anchors, it doesn't seem that tight. So let me just go ahead and also use the seat belt thing.
Extra safe.
And I said, wouldn't that make it safer if I do both?
Yes.
And your answer was?
Technically, no. In most cases, you do not do both. It's either one or the other. And again, one is not safer than the other. It's just a different type of installation.
And if I'm doing the anchors, and mine didn't get tight, because can you show us that foot thing that you were talking about? Is it on either one?
I can show you right here.
Yeah, so I've never known that moves. So in mine, we were installing those car seats, as you saw, in the forward-facing position.
Right.
But the foot thing was forward, as if it were supposed to be rear-facing. And so then it caused the car seat to not get a snug fit on the back of that seat.
Yes.
Now I know. Yes. Now that my kids are grown out of car seats.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. Now we know.
All those years.
We thought we were doing it right.
So, I mean, but there's still a lot of information that parents need to know. I mean, after the car seats come the booster seats. First, real quick, how long should they be in the car seats?
So in a rear-facing only infant seat, you want to keep them rear-facing as long as possible, right? So this is a rear-facing only seat. And then once they start to max out, whether it be the height or the weight, whichever comes first, and usually in these seats, they max out of the seat by weight before they ever do the height limit.
Okay.
And then after this one, they move over to what's called a convertible seat. So they're still going to go rear-facing.
Oh, wow. How many people do that, though?
Oh, they want to turn their kids forward-facing really quick because they think because their legs are touching the back of the seat, that's not safe. But in all reality, it's actually safer for them to stay rear-facing. Their head, neck, and spinal cord is protected better in a rear-facing car seat. So they're starting to make these convertible seats even larger and longer and bigger and bulkier and heavier.
Yeah.
And then once they outgrow this, then you flip them forward-facing, 5-point harness still, keep them in a 5-point harness as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So once they outgrow it, whatever seat they're using, by height and weight. And usually most forward-facing car seats have a weight limit of anywhere between 50 and 65 pounds.
Okay.
But again, keeping in mind the height as well. And then they move to a booster.
And I think, I mean, a lot of us can say this would be going without saying it, but obviously we don't want to put kids in a car seat in the front seat. The back seats are always the safest, even if you have like a truck, right, with only the first row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You always want to keep your kids in the back seat. Adult seat belts are designed for adults, not children, especially the airbags. Those frontal airbags will hit that child at a high impact, causing a lot of damage. So we do want to keep a kid in the back seat until they're at least 13 years old. And even then, if you have a 13-year-old and older, if you can keep them in the back seat it
There
goes.
go. I'm going to tell my 11-year-old, get in the back seat.
Yes.
They're always fighting with the 6-year-old. Like, okay, the 6-year-old definitely cannot sit in the front.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old, okay, you're going in the back.
I feel like we opened Pandora's box already at my house with all of those things. But can we talk a little bit about booster seats? Because so say you get out of the convertible car seat, your weight limit is such that you can move to the booster.
Yeah.
There are the boosters with backs, boosters with no backs.
Yes.
Are both just as safe as the other?
They're safe. Now, the ones with the backs, we call them high back boosters. They do have usually a seatbelt guide for the shoulder portion. So your smaller kid that's transitioning out of their car seat or their harnessed seat to a booster seat, I would go with the high back booster first.
Okay.
And then you can graduate as they get older and more mature to a backless booster. But when you're using a backless booster, there always has to be an adjustable headrest behind the child. The vehicle adjustable headrest. So make sure you adjust that vehicle headrest so that it's protecting the back of their head.
Wow.
Oh, so that means their head should be high enough to hit that headrest.
To hit that headrest or to have some support.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
if their head's not high enough, they should be in a high back booster.
I posted a picture one time on Facebook of one of my kids in the back of my car, and they had the seatbelt on, and somebody was like, "Ooh, like I hate to look at that because I see the seatbelt like so close to his neck."
Yes.
And then they're like, "Go on Amazon, order this seatbelt something or
Like
other." That got the guide, never put it on correctly.
Okay.
But do you recommend those even?
No, those are aftermarket products, so we don't want to use those products or non-regulated products.
Okay.
So honestly, if a child, let's just say, because the Texas law is 8 years old, unless you're 4 feet 9 inches, then you no longer need a car seat.
Okay.
But even some 8-year-old children still need to ride in a booster
small.
seat because they're still short. They're not tall enough. So we do what we call the seatbelt fit test to see if they're ready to ride in just the lap and adult seatbelt, which is a lap and shoulder belt.
Okay,
And
so
if
that was
it's hitting
good.
their neck, they need to be in a booster.
So it is height, it's not weight. Because I remember I would
Right.
tell my 11-year-old, no, you're not 100 pounds. You have to be 100 pounds to sit in the front. But that's not true either.
So it's 8 years old unless they're 4 feet 9 inches. And they throw the 8 years old, the age in there because of us vertically challenged adults.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's nice. So people could watch our video all day long and see that I did it horribly wrong, but they probably want to see where they can go to get theirs checked. And this Saturday is Saturday Seat Check, or Seat Check Saturday.
Yes, it's National Seat Check Saturday, and we're hosting a very large car seat check at Houston Community College West Loop campus from 9 to 12. It is by appointment.
Okay.
So go on our website, book your appointment, and we will see you. We'll help you. There will be a technician, a certified child passenger safety technician that will literally work one-on-one with that family in their vehicle. It's personalized, it's free, and just to have that peace of mind, come see us.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
if you are a little rusty, and just want to brush up on your skills, I think that would be good just to check it out. Are we going to ask Lisa to
show us
a demonstration in here, Kendall? Do we have time for that? Okay. So Lisa, can you pick a car seat and just kind of show us the best way to put that in safely?
Well, I will show you how to harness the baby in properly.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
So a lot of families will put their baby in a car seat. They buy really nice, fancy, expensive car seats, but they don't necessarily harness their baby in properly. So for a child that is rear facing, we want to look at the harness slots that are in this car seat. So the harness slot should meet the child's shoulders. So once the baby's in the seat, it should be right at the baby's shoulders or slightly below. As they grow, you adjust the harness up. And so this one is really nice. There's a button back here and you squeeze.
Oh, that's
And
easy.
it will slide up and down. But when you put the baby in the seat, you want to make sure that they're not swaddled in any blankets, not wearing any heavy coats or jackets. And you're going to sit the baby in here, loosen the harness.
Yeah, I was always putting my kids in with the big coats. I lived in the freezing cold.
Because you think like you're not going to put them on in
Right.
the house, take them to the car, take them off.
Take
but
the jacket off, but I was doing that wrong.
Over the hips, buckle.
Okay.
We're going to buckle here, chest clip, pull the slack out, I normally start with the chest clip kind of low because when I pull to tighten it, it's going to
My
raise.
kids hated that. I'm like, here, it's going to tighten. No, it's
The
not.
shoulder pads should sit on top of the shoulders.
Okay.
Only use the pads that come with the car seat.
Okay.
Do not buy extra pads. Test for tightness. We do what's called a pinch test at the hips. Slide your fingers side to side, up and down. You should not be able to pinch the webbing together.
Oh, wow. That's very tight.
A loose fit would be like this.
that.
That is
Okay.
too loose. And another thing we see is a lot of parents forget and they leave the chest clip low
Yes.
in the tummy area. That's
Yeah.
not safe. Should always be armpit level over your
Armpit.
baby's sternum.
Okay.
Once the baby's buckled, if it's cold outside, get your little blanket, bundle them up, put it over the harness, and then that's it.
Yeah, it's interesting, and all that makes a difference because when the car seat makers make these and they're approved by regulatory agencies, all of those things matter. Like it's safest when it's in these positions.
Yes, exactly.
Those little details
yeah.
always
Yeah.
matter. Lisa, really quickly, where can folks get more information on Car Seat Saturday and just some tips?
Yeah, so if you're not able to make it out this Saturday, you can always go to our website, safekidsgreaterhouston.org. Texas Children's is the lead agency for Safe Kids Greater Houston. Go to our website. We have our event calendar on there. We work with multiple community partners. We service 5 different counties in the Greater Houston area. You can come see us and we'll take care of you.
All right. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it, even though I lost. Stay with us. I know. KPRC 2 News continues after this break. So what? My kids aren't safe, apparently, right?